Phoenixes, which is kind of nice. Hey, Mark. Fairy Conclave. What's that? Could be Jeskai Ascendancy. Could be fairies. That's probably about it. Which land should I play first in these matchups? Don't really want to shock myself against Merfolk. They don't have Vile turn 1 this, so their draw's going to be kind of slow. Probably going to have to shock myself this game anyways. Yeah, I think Jeskai Ascendancy is the most likely deck. Yeah. Alright, no Phoenixes. Apparently LSV was playing that on stream, or I think it was LSV because people have been talking about that deck today. I'll bottom. I think I'll draw some lands. Alright. Serum Vision's being a bit awkward here. I'm maxing out on opt over Serum Visions actually just because of, well, that scenario and Snapcaster. Did you play Simian Spirit Guide? Does anyone know? Oh right, LSV uploaded a video on Channel Fireball, was it? No Simian Spirit Guides in this version? Okay. Taking your word for it. Whew. Thanks, chat. So I can Snapcaster opt. Oh. I could Field of Ruin Serum Visions. Alright, I'm gonna check out Two Birds, One Stone. This is channelfireball.com. It's my sponsor, and it has awesome free content all the time, including Jeskai Ascendancy Modern by LZ himself. Here's a deck list. 1 snow-covered mountain, 1 snow-covered island, no plains. But that's not the same list because this list doesn't have Conclave. Unless they messed up. Sometimes the deck lists are a bit messed up. Oh no, there is 4 Fairy Conclave. Never mind. Alright, so I'll go for that play. Try and color screw them. Two detention spheres. I'll get rid of the Young Pyro. It doesn't look like they have much going on, and I don't want to face an army of tokens. It's not as easy to color screw them. Makes their life a bit harder, and if they have to cast Manamorphose before casting Ascendancy, it's kind of nice, I guess. But that's a good point. Maybe I should have gone for Conclave. I mean, I don't need to buy like a billion turns, you know. Even if I can buy like 1 turn, it's already kind of a win. Alright, I think it's probably really hard for them to go off here. They might be able to get a bunch of Phoenixes in play though, if they get a bit lucky. I don't know, maybe it's not that hard for them to go off. Maybe I just completely butchered that game. We'll see. Felt unlikely that they were going to go up. They needed the second Ascendancy, the white mana, the land, the cantrips. We'll see. We'll learn the hard way. Oh yeah, I was actually watching that when Owen cast Leyline of Sanctity of Manamorphose. That was the GP, right? The GP coverage. The Modern Skies isn't falling. I would agree. Ooh, Brian DeMorse for the report. Alright, they got the second one in play, but they're down to only 1 card in hand, and they still have no Phoenix. Oh, Oh, but I'm just gonna die soon. I guess I'm just dead. 7 damage. I guess it's pretty hard for them to break. Looting. You lose all your cards with looting, right? No, wait, what? Oh, it's a flashback looting. Alright, well, looks like we punted. Alright. Lesson learned, dying with Path to Exile in hand and Hallowed Fountain on top of my deck. Solid beating. Let's see what's in the sideboard. Negates, Ancestral Vision, Spell Pierce, Dispel, Young Pyro. It's a good sideboard. A pretty good sideboard too. Hopefully it's good enough. I wonder if Verdict's any good. It's good against the green version. I guess I need the Verdicts because of Young Pyromancer. Getting on the trail seems pretty bad against that deck, so does that. Oh, this is tough. I feel like I have a lot of good cards. I guess I should board out Cryptic against Spell Pierce, etc. And I should probably board out a Teferi. And Settle might be too clunky as well. It's a pretty hateful sideboard. That's what I like about Serum Visions. I think you can keep one-landers with Serum Visions in your opening because it just filters so much more than opt. Pretty tricky. Maybe one-land Serum Vision. I mean, my hand is really cheap. If I didn't have the Hallowed Fountain and cheap cards, I might mulligan, but I think I should keep this hand. So we're about to find out. Definitely felt pretty unlucky to lose last game, that they could just go off, just have it all. But I maybe should have just played it safer, just because I was in such a commanding position. Oh, looks like opponent's daydreaming. Kind of a small headache. I don't think I'm dehydrated. All I do is drink water, but who knows? Study Mystique. Is opponent disconnected? No, they're not. Oh, there we go. I never know if I'm supposed to keep search in this spot. I could have kept search on top. Ruin Halo is so weird. Deals was part of their deck, like the Phoenix part. I'll see if it's good. Like, what am I even supposed to do with Ruin Halo in this spot? Just named Phoenix. See what happens. Yeah. Obviously. It looks like they have a 1-mana counterspell in hand. I'm gonna gamble. Need to start hitting these land drops. Do they have removal in their deck? Lightning Bolt, but they probably board all the removal out in this matchup. So Snapcaster should be able to actually trade with Young Pyro. Hey, it's also just a Crusade once you play Young Pyro. It's kind of nice. Jeez. Wait, what? You just misclick? Nice. I'll take it. I'll make up for my horrendous bad luck. I guess I'll just get the Ascendancy, right? I think you want to name the Unearth guy because he can kill you from dead stop and the Phoenix can't. I feel like I'm kind of... So, I think they're... You know, they didn't have Ascendancy, they didn't have the guy in the graveyard, and I had Condemn in hand for it. But you might be right. I see it doesn't even do anything against the Fate Stitcher. Because the rest of their team's gonna get huge. It's pretty good draws for them, and I kind of stumbled, obviously. I should have won the first game too. It's kind of frustrating to lose these matches. The start of the league. Alright, good games. Ascendancies. This version might be even tougher than the green version. The green matchup is pretty close. It's probably blue-white favored if you have the right cards, but this might be a bit tougher with the Phoenix draw. I guess my keep was a bit sketchy too. But it is kind of an attrition-based matchup when they have 6 counter spells, Ancestral Vision, Young Pyromancer, all these cards, they're not like super focused combo decks, so mulliganing definitely hurts you. Funny. We're playing someone who's 0-2. Oh, it's Stomping Ground, I didn't realize. Thought we were just playing against Burn. Looks like it might be some kind of zoo deck. Title is inaccurate. Yeah, you missed it. But you're right, I should change it. I feel pretty good about the deck though. I think I'm gonna play it tomorrow. Looks like they're playing some kind of fancy aggro deck. Maybe some Phoenixes too. Straight up no attacks. Didn't want the extra land. Could maybe play a fetch land. Wow, Ramnet Prunes. What if they ever played a mirror match? Or not really the mirror match, but they get paired against Burn and just start the game at 10 life. It's pretty brutal. Field Leverance probably nuts against them. My opponents are playing pretty slow tonight. Another attacking. What do they have on top? Another path. And I'm at 18. You don't want to draw too many removal spells against these decks, but I'm still at 18, so drawing path seems good. Could have used Field of Runes. They probably play no basics too. They might have 2 basics. Maybe not even that many. Maybe just 1 basic. We'll see. I'm assuming 2 basics though. Problem with Rune Halo is it plays really poorly with your Planeswalkers. That's a big problem with Rune Halo. And it's the kind of card that you usually remember when it does well. It's the kind of card it's pretty easy to have a bias for. Or against, I guess. I'm not a fan. I'm not a fan of these type of cards. But definitely have a fair bit of bias when it comes down to Magic, just because there's a lot of cards that are like historically bad, or type of cards that are historically bad in Magic, but that they've made so good recently that are good. Typically Scarab God, 5 mana creatures that when they come into play they don't do anything. I was like, well, it's probably not going to be that good. Just dies, blah blah blah. It's a bit slow, but obviously Scarab God turned out to be insane. Also, a lot of decks that it is good against, they kind of have answers. Sometimes Escape Shift plays Reclamation Sage main deck, they can tutor for it. Stuff like that. Well, so much for not having that much burn. Probably just gonna chase plus here. Looks like they're a bit flooded. Burn's one of the matchups where you chase plus on turn you play it more often than not. Worst case, it's a sort of removal spell for creature. Yeah, except it's 2 white, it's sorcery speed, they can destroy it if they want to, depending on what they're playing. Sometimes they have answers to it. And their creature you name can still attack your planeswalkers. Anyways. Four cards in hand. Let's see what we draw. They have a fetch land. I'm just going to start using Brainstorm. I have a negate. Oh, I have Gideon now. That's a great draw. I'm assuming if they could have burned me out, they would have burned me out by now. So, looks like this game's looking pretty good. I mean, their draw was just Stone Awful. Drew a billion lands, literally. Drew every land in their deck. This is definitely not a good burn player. I wonder what all the weird colors are for. The Manamorphose. What's the Manamorphose for? Any guesses? Oh, Searing Blaze, good call. I was about to fall asleep at the wheel and start casting my Snapcaster Mages. Probably would have been a mistake. Not sure on all these 1-mana spells. It's a bit much against Baron. It's even worse when they have Eidolon out. It is decent against Riftbolt. Someone was mentioning that. Our Rune Halo defender in chat. Riftbolt, Eidolon. I'll keep it in. Might as well try it out. I have it in my sideboard. Probably not for long. Ruined Halo. It's not that bad. What should my last card be? Can maybe even be Gearhulk. It's a lot of 5s though. I usually don't like the tensions here because you're really trading down on mana and it's sorcery speed and you still take the damage from the Eidolon. Oh, Manalik might be okay. We'll see. Take out the Fairy. I could take out a 5-drops. Oh no, the counter spells are just so bad. Planeswalker snowballed very fast in these matchups. What about Gideon Alive Zendikar? I've tried that card very, very little and was not especially impressed. The little I've tried it, but it wasn't awful either. Seems pretty bad right now. It's really bad against Thing in the Eyes. It's not going to save you against Dredge. It's really bad against Amulet Titan because you don't want to tap out for that. It's bad against Tron for the same reason. Seems really poorly positioned right now. Yeah, it would be really good against John Black-Green type of decks. Well, apparently that's the thing in Modern now, with card speeding. That card's pretty sick. Pretty good against Storm too. What else is it sick against? Phoenix. Grill Spellbreaker, yeah. I hope that'd be okay for me. I'm gonna take it. My mana leak might end up doing nothing, but we'll see. I'm just gonna play Colonnade, get that out of the way. Maybe try and Cryptic Command that Cindervines. This game looks very, very lost. Swift Sphere into Cindervines on the play. It's a tough draw to beat. If you win the playoff, so basically you have to top 8 the playoff, and if you top 8 the playoff, you get to play a 32-person tournament at the end of the year. And if you win, straight out win that 32-person tournament, you qualify for the Mox. And I was supposed to hang out with my friends tomorrow for my friend's birthday. I'll go as soon as I'm, if I pick up a loss early. So the stream might be very short tomorrow. If I lose round 1, I might just drop and go hang out with my friends. I'll see. Depends how many players, etc. Skullcrack. I honestly don't even know what I'm supposed to do here. Cindervine's just insane, honestly. Counter, bounce, go down to 4. I guess I have to counter tap. Counter tap, draw timely reinforcements. Alright, they drew a bit better than in game 1. Just a tiny bit better. I think they scared me. I'm gonna bring in Detention Sphere. I have 2 Purge or Hallow and Negates and stuff though. And Gideon and Cryptic and I don't know. Screw that. Do they have Eidolon though if they have... Maybe Verdict is bad. What do you think? You think they have Eidolon and Cindervines? They might. Maybe I should have had Detention Sphere instead of some Verdicts. I'll see. Let's see if we pay the price here. This is kind of a tricky turn 1. They mulliganed. I'll just play Plains. If they don't have a 1-drop, I'm in pretty good shape anyways. They mulliganed. They even scryed to the top, which makes it way more likely to have a 1-drop. I'm going to be casting the gates aggressively. Just doesn't look like they have anything anyways. Wow. What's going on here? They might have Goblin Guide, I guess. That'd feel bad if I negate that and get hit by Goblin Guide. Or Swift Spear. It's pretty obvious half path for Condemn because I led was Plains into tapped Hallowed Fountain. Chain Dad. Someone was joking about Spellbreak earlier. The Chain Dad himself. Which removal spell should I use? I'm gonna spew my Purge. Hope I don't regret it. Oh man. Classic Rune Halos. Just don't know what to do with it. Alright, I'll let that one resolve. I guess actually I should have Rune Halo bump up the Knight. That would have been a good play because they're going to be flashing it back soon. Yeah, I guess I messed up, right? Oh, that would have been sick. Punts. The punts are real. Cryptic Command's kind of awkward. Alright, I'm just going to use it now. Wait, what? Did they just have... Did I dream? Did they just shock themselves? Are they playing Higutsu's second right? Wait, what? Did I just dream that? That they took 1 damage from Raminap? Or did they just tap on tap? I'm kind of terrified now. That's kind of the next level play. Oh, Death Shadow. That would kind of make sense. Crack a fetch land, get a pain land. Higutsu's second right? No, okay, thank God. I can't remember the last time I've seen that card. I want to say pretty much never. Oh, maybe because of timely reinforcement. Alright. Smarter opponent. Yeah. Something, Occam Razor or whatever. Most likely explanation. I go like... What's on top? Opt? Kind of misplayed that. I should have just played Snapcaster and blocked. Skewer the critics, sure. They have a Tarkas command in their deck too. So resolving that timely might be a tiny bit tricky. Should be able to find a... Oh, perfect. The actual perfects. Does Colony Woods play that card? I haven't caught a Colony Woods stream in a little while. That's the card I'm talking about. A red and free... Oh, it's instant speed too. Wow, it's even better than I remembered. If target player has exactly 10 life, second right deals 10 damage to that player. Oh, wait, what? I don't even know what the card does. I thought it was if you had 10 life. If you had 10 life, then you dealt 10 damage where you wanted. Oh, never mind. I literally have no clue what I'm talking about. Just a bumbling idiot. Yeah, I guess it would be much better if it was your life total that mattered. So, What else? Did anyone catch the stream on the Magic channel today? What else did they announce besides the coverage team? Dr. Vendigo. Magic Online Aficionado. What's Dr. Vendigo likes weird decks, I think. I want to say maybe combo decks. Yeah, like ad nauseum. Hard on scales. That's kind of a combo deck. He goes against third, right? Yeah. Did someone actually make that joke? That'd be pretty great. I'm guessing no, but Horse says they announced that they made t-shirts with Gab Nassif Mythic NB Champion on them, but they will give them to African kids when LSU wins, like the Super Bowl. Dude, these stories are so great. The one about I can't remember which franchise. Maybe it was the Bills. I'm super dead. Negate's not gonna do much. There's Serum Visions. Or there was this person from Africa who traveled to the States for the first time, and he just thought the Bills was the greatest team in history of, American football because they got the t-shirt 4 years in a row of the Bills winning the Super Bowl. Yeah, I was a Bills fan. Fun fact. I was a Bills fan when I was a kid. I mean, I was only like 7 years old when they played the first one, I guess, 6 or 7. But, yeah, because somehow it's pretty rare for friends, but my older brother was into American football. He's like 9 years older than me. I think I might just be dead on board, but I could have Path, I guess. They might be scared. Yeah, and he was rooting for the Chicago Bears, and, he was like, you should pick a team. And I was like, all right, I'll pick the Bills because they're winning, they're doing well. And that's how I became a Bills fan, and I got to cry for 4 years in a row. I legit cried when Scott Norwood missed a field goal. The 6-year-olds crying in front of my TV. We recorded, my brother recorded the game for me. Alright, so what happens? Furthermore, plus one, put that many. So if he sacks Ravager, I'm just dead on board. Cool. Cool story, bro. What if I Detention Sphere Ravager? I think I have to Detention Sphere Ravager, right? And hope for the best. Hope their hand is just super awful. F for the Bills and the Bills fan. What about D-Sphere Scales? I think I'm just dead on board if I D-Sphere Scales. I think because the Ravager gets 5 counters from... Maybe they only had 9. Maybe I wasn't dead on board. Maybe they could only make their dude a 9/9. I feel like I was dead on board. Path. Surgical Extraction. Ooh, I have Path on top though. So you're saying there's a chance. Should I get Ravager? They obviously don't have Ravager in hand, or else I would be dead. And I don't really want to take the 2 damage. Alright, I'm not going to use Surgical. No one paying respect to the Bills fan. Rude. Oh, that's GG. Oh. Somehow it's still not GG. Can I let them untap? Let's start by pathing Ballista. Does that make sense? Probably doesn't matter much which one I do first. How many basics in that deck? 4? I guess they played the land that sacks a dude. Do they still play that card? I don't think I can really win. Double hardness scales mean I'm gonna have to deal with every last card they play. Seems really, really hard for me to do that given how bad my hand is. Yeah, I should have just spathed in the draw step. I don't know why I was being so lazy. I need to draw a planeswalker right away. Ballista incoming. Karn. Jeez. Well, someone was wondering why didn't attack was, it's not even that good, honestly. I mean, I don't think I'm gonna win, but... And playing the Karn, I think they maybe should have plussed. Goes up to 6. Now, plussing was bad too, I one-shot it. Alright, I mean, making a guy is definitely annoying. Why is every opponent playing so slow tonight, I feel? Is Moto just laggy? Moto might be laggy. I have pretty good specs and really good internet, and Moto's being a tiny bit laggy for me, so... There's a blue-white list that 8-1 the PTQ last week playing 4 Relics main. Someone was talking to me. Wait, what? Did I F6? Did I really just F6? When did I F6? Well, that was a disaster. That was game-losing stuff. I hate Relic. I don't know how someone would go 8-1 with 4 Relics men in their deck. I mean, if you get paired against a graveyard deck every round, it's good against the graveyard decks, but it's just so bad in general. Another Karn? Angibi? Yeah. It's kind of unfortunate. I mean, they're even making dudes and stuff now. Let's see. Let's see if I would have drawn Field of Runes and then scried into... Wow, I would have held insane. That kind of sucks. I don't know what happened. I guess I have 6'd. Oh, I just removed my second main stop. Hey, F-Palouse. Thanks for the raid. I just misclicked. Somehow I lost my second main stop and I didn't get to cast the Serum Visions. That's kind of a disaster. Welcome everyone. Playing some Modern. Not to a ton of success. We're not doing terrible either, but I think Rest in Peace is pretty good. It's really good once you have Verdict too. It stops a lot of their combos. Alright, I'm going to board out Snapcaster Mage, even though Snapcaster Mage is pretty good. I'm going to board out Tremand. I'll keep in Malik on the play. I'll board out Logic Knot. I'll board out Disallow. I'll board out Timely. Gideon's usually pretty bad against artifact decks. All these cards are pretty good. I get one more card. Just finished getting wrecked by Hardened Scale as well. Are you playing are you just spamming Amulet or are you trying different decks? Amulet, for sure. Best deck. Best deck in Modern, Amulet Titan. Alright, I definitely want all these cards. I think we're going to be fine after sideboard. Is Search bad? Oh yeah, Search. I kind of like Search in these matchups, especially on the play. Hashtag no bad matchups. Classic. No one has ever had any bad matchups in the history of Modern with their pet deck. It's just a fact. I just can't do it. It's just so bad against their deck too. They might have Nature's Claim. Maybe I want Dispel. Negate Death. Karn. Karn is actually pretty scary. I'll do Remand actually. I'll do Remand and Gideon. Gideon seems pretty bad, but it might be okay. I'll just do Disallow. It counters triggers. Maybe we'll get them. Hey, Nostal. Still no black-white. And honestly, you asking for it's not going to change anything. Disallow is okay against them, especially if they have cards like Karn. It's a card that's never going to be dead. You even see a spot where you counter a Hanger Backwalker trigger. We need to have a lot of mana up. Seems kind of unlikely, but you never know. And now Stony Silence. Alright, draw's shaping up nicely. Kind of feels bad to counter Steel Overs here when you have Verdict in hand. But I also don't want to get out-tempoed. I don't want to get out-tempoed. I want to use my card efficiently and try and get 2-for-1s and stuff. I could counter it, Detention Sphere, the Hardened Scales. But then I don't have an answer to Karn. Karn's pretty scary. What if I let it resolve? Alright, I'll just let it resolve, see what happens. It might be tricky if I don't draw lands. I might be bottlenecked on mana and stuff. We'll see. This line's pretty risky. It might be correct though, we'll see. I'm just gonna negate that, right? Assuming this card's just super annoying. I'm just gonna negate it. This way I don't have to read it and figure out what it is. Obviously, if I didn't have the Field of Runes, I would play this game a bit differently. Kind of all going according to plan here. Path Hangy B, Field of Rune Nexus, untap Detention Sphere, Hardened Scales. But then I have a 5/5 beating me down. What's up? What's up? Thanks for the follow. I want to do that first in case they have Nature's Claim. I guess that's not true. I actually would like to bait them into Nature's Claiming their own hanger back, so I should have done Field of Rune first. Seems like a really good draw, actually. What could go wrong? Jace. I think Jace minus is pretty safe. It's pretty bad against Ballista, actually. I'm gonna Detentions here first. Jace minus, I kind of get wrecked by Ballista. Not wrecked, but definitely kind of annoying. We we don't know about Karn, but it is one of the scary cards, I feel. Yeah, I think this line's pretty good. That's fine. It is nice that people don't necessarily expect Verdict because they're like, oh, I can just dump my hand and I just need to dodge the Miracle Terminus. It's a pretty good turn by opponents. I didn't not graft. Alright, I guess I'll just chase Brainstorm. Try and get that land. Keep them busy. It's pretty expensive Brainstorm / Healing Cells, but not that bad, I guess. Not great. Let's see. I might play Teferi. I might go Detentions here plus Remand. I don't think there's any way I'm playing Jace next turn. Not too sure. Alright, they get to do that. Pretty good. Well, I definitely need to put an end to this nonsense. Do I just get the module or the actual Ravager? I think I need to get the Ravager, maybe. If I get the module, they're going to make 4 more guys in response and have a huge Ravager that I have to deal with, but then they could put the counters on the Nexus if I deal with it, and then have a huge Nexus to deal with, whereas if I take Ravager, what are they going to do? They might make a huge Nexus anyways, that I have no ways to deal with. Besides chomping with Baneslayer. I'm just gonna take Ravager anyways. Yeah, I mean I can chomp one turn with Baneslayer. I also have a Jace on top of my deck to dig 2 more cards, so we'll see. It's actually kind of nice. I think they're kind of playing it safe here. No, they're putting the tokens on the Nexus. Why didn't they make the Ravager 1 bigger? Why they got another token? Oh, and they can keep making bigger with module anyways. Oh, I think I lost. Wow. That was kind of gross, honestly. That follow-up to my Verdict, it just had close to a perfect hand. That's super gross. Model just wrecked me. That's kind of... Dying was rejection in hand that I never cast. To be fair, I used my cards right. It just like I needed that extra land to have rejection up after the Verdict. I don't think I played that poorly. Just kind of lined up really weirdly. Wait, what? Oh, okay. I might go back and replay that game, see if I messed up. That was pretty gross. Maybe that was my mistake. Using path instead of rejection. Giving them the land. I gave them an extra land, and then I didn't have an answer post verdict. So definitely if you want to be result oriented, that's where I lost the game, but also it might just be maybe path. I was just so obsessed with Karn for not great reasons. So definitely if I counter hanger back there, I win the game pretty easily, I think. Alright. It kind of makes sense to use rejection over path. You give them the land one turn later, like a bit later in the game, and since I'm short on mana, I'm gonna have to tap out, and I'm gonna have an answer instead of having a reactive card like or counter spell. If he has card in line, I look like a genius. Not really, because I ended up tapping out. I ended up having to tap out because I don't have a fifth land anyways. So I think that's the difference, right? Because I was bottlenecked on mana, I should use my counter spells and save my path for later. Pretty clunky hand. That's why you can't play too many Glacial Fortress and Weird Lands and Ghost Quarters. Doesn't happen very often, but that's because I don't play too many Weird Lands in the first place. Burn, Scapeshift, Blood Crypt, Junt. What's up with that deck? Is there like a Blood Crypt burn deck that 5-0'd is bumping the knights that good? What the hell? Swift Sphere, no burn? Some kind of Death Shadow deck, probably. We beat that deck earlier, actually. Let's see. I have Verdict, but I'm probably going to want to path something this turn to soak up some damage. I was going to bottom Colonnade and top island. Yeah, some kind of Shadow Zoo. Yeah, it looked like I was doing really good in that game. They just kind of had it all. They had exactly the cards that, like the Ravager module combo that kind of owned me. Should I snap path again? Make them use a bunch of cards? I only have one basic in their deck. I'm just gonna play it super safe. Just snap path. Soak up a ton of damage. Try and not die with my cards in hands this time. To just have such a miserable draw. Let's see. Today's edition of How Does Gav Punt Unlosable Games Away? Ravager, Gore Clan. 7 damage. Calling it right now. Old Gore Clan Ravager. Why do I have a headache? It's a very mild headache, but I have a headache. Oh. I mean, this is just gross. sadistic gas. Field of Ruin, too strong. To drain, playing against the one basic land deck. Oh. I don't even know if I want Purge. We should go in the cut. I'm not too sure what I want against their deck. Probably at least one Purge is okay. Several might be okay. Search probably a bit slow on the... Oh, disallow. Yeah, disallow is pretty bad. Oh well. Tension Sphere is probably not the greatest either. It's a bit better against them because they have Tarmogoyf. They have actual 2 mana spells. Might have Death Shadow too. Would explain why they only have one basic if they're playing Death Shadow, because they want to just shock themselves as much as possible. Wow. That cannot be a key. You have your one basic land and you kept. Wow. That's pretty ballsy. I'd be terrified. I mean, if their hand is the nuts, you have to keep, I guess, but just pretty terrifying. Yeah, yes, you keep that hand. Oh, I'm just gonna lose. I think I misplayed that game. Not playing Colonnade turn 1. Probably made no sense to play Island turn 1 given my hand. There's nothing really I could hope to draw for turn 2 anyway. All Skull Crack. Oh, I could just play a Rune Halo, but then I'll die. I'll play that first and hope they don't have a Tarkus command or Skull. Probably played that game poorly. Should have played Colonnade on turn 1 for sure. Yikes. Alright, how should I block? Kind of tempted to triple chomp. Given my hand. It's not a problem with Rune Halo, it's legit kind of hard to cast in this deck. I don't have a ton of white sources. Hopefully they're flooded and they don't have like a billion burn spells in hand. Yikes. So I decided not to go Snapcaster or Storm Visions because I was hoping I'd draw a land and then be able to condemn a Tarmogoyf to soak up some damage. My play is still fine. I think my play is reasonable. Wow, it's kind of beating. I'll let it resolve, I guess. Not drawing land was kind of a disaster. This deck plays very little burn. They have Battle Rage and Become Immense. Ah, that makes sense. Why did they not take Condemn though? Might just... I didn't really get that play. I was obviously going to condemn the Tarmogoyf. They didn't have to do anything. That was probably not ideal by opener. Bubble. Hiding behind the mic. I'm curious to see how well I'll play tomorrow when I can kind of focus and stuff and not be too distracted, if it actually makes a difference or if I'm going to make a bunch of bad mistakes as usual. I'm honestly a bit worried about the Invitational and my level of concentration playing Arena. We'll see. I guess I'll let them have Death Shadow. Don't look very scary right now. That Condemn. Actually, I wasn't really thinking about Death Shadow when I let all the spells resolve before the Condemn. I guess I want to see if they were going to cast more pump spells maybe, but it's a nice little bonus. Field of Ruin. Field of Ruin against that deck is way too much. Can they attack Jace? Oh yeah, they could have attacked Jace. Yeah, our opponent's not playing very well, but yet another reason why Runehill is not very good. I will say Runehill was good this game. But they have to draw two of the same cards to make it. I dismember my Baneslayer. They were ready. I should actually maybe be losing this game. I'm not sure. Maybe not. It would be a bit closer than it is. Did I not like Gearhulk in the sideboard? I never draw it. I haven't played humans or Band Spirits in a while. I haven't played the artifact decks. I never really had two for a very long time. I think I tried two for 1 or 2 leagues, but it just doesn't come up that often. I don't think the card's broken or anything. It's not like super great sideboard tech, but I don't know. I'm still trying to decide if I like it. What the hell is Island Go? Alright, we get to see if our practice paid off. The Invitational will be played on Arena, and you can watch it all on the Magic channel on Twitch, twitch.tv/magic. Same channel where you can watch, Mythic Championship, Pro Tours, where you used to be able to watch GP. It starts next Thursday, and looks like they're going to have a pretty sick production, honestly. If the level of the production is on the same level of the people they have to cast the event, it should be pretty sick. Am I streaming next week? I'll stream on Monday. I'm traveling on Tuesday, and I doubt I stream. I always say there's a small chance I stream when I'm traveling. Nah, the event should be like super, super, super sweet. We'll see. Hopefully it goes well. There's a few things that you never know. It's their first big arena event, so fingers crossed. I'm sure they're super nervous. I can't even imagine how nervous they are. They're probably like, think I'm nervous to play for so much money and stuff. I can't even. They've got to be just, yeah. If I'm guessing they're anxious for it to be over, kind of, and hopefully everything goes well. It's pretty big deal. Please just play a Crackling Drake. That'd be so amazing for me. Hand's pretty solid, but things could definitely get awkward. I might get punished for playing that Colonnade too. I think playing the Colonnade was... Oh, no looting. Nice. I heard some versions were playing Spell Pierce. Someone was talking about a Phoenix version was for Spell Pierce main deck. Oh, wow. Jinxed it. Had a feeling. Something was fishy. Something was really fishy. Yeah, that's not how I thought I was going to get punished for playing Colonnade. If it crashes, they can manually pair on best of ones. Yeah, no, I'm sure they have a lot of fail safes and stuff, but maybe they'll have like physical decks ready. That'd be kind of funny. Kind of cool too, if we end up having to play with physical decks. Remian's probably going to be really good at some point. Can I afford to keep... Who's going to bottom? And I believe I should use my Verdict right. Or I can try to Cryptic Command, tap, Verdict, but then I might get Spell Pierce again and take building. Problem with Tragic Arrogance is that you can't cast it when they have Gadok Teague, and it can be negated. That's the reason why you're... It seems pretty bad, honestly, in a control deck. It's good when you have creatures. Let's see. Permanence, an artifact, a creature, an enchantment, and a planeswalker. So maybe you get to keep a Snapcaster or something. Gadok Teague, it's kind of fallen off because no one's playing these decks anymore, but Gadok, I was losing a lot of games to Gadok Teague. Yeah, I see that's also having a 4/5 to block against the creature decks just usually pretty good, even though, you know, spirits can keep a flyer, humans can keep a Mantis Rider, etc. It's kind of an interesting spot. I have so many. Maybe the chef kept that Shreeman to have a looting in the graveyard. I think I'm going to... I think I'm just going to say go. This way I get to play around Spell Pierce. If they play a bunch of spells, I can choose to either bounce the thing in the ice or maybe tap their team and draw. Also have Colonnade to block. I don't know how that would be relevant, but no. Hopefully I'm not playing too hard around Spell Pierce. I'm gonna start going after basics. Kind of unfortunate they haven't nailed any basics yet, so they should have 2 more basics. Snap. I'll just say go. I'm in no... They obviously have a pretty stacked hand because they're not even flashing back the looting. Tapped my mana poorly. Could have definitely kept. Oh, you get to choose for them too with Tragic Arrogance? But why are you playing that over Verdicts? Just for the artifact decks? Seems kind of narrow. Alright, it's pretty scary. Devil's Phoenix. I think I'm gonna lose this game. So much for not being in a rush or anything. Wait, what? Really? Nothing? So weird. Probably have all reactive cards. I think I would have liked an extra land here. Pretty good. I'm in a pretty good spot now though with Path. Game looking really good again. Looked bad for one turn. I thought they were gonna go off, but didn't. Just gonna use a D-Sphere even though they have Phoenix. Well, A, I have a second D-Sphere, and B, so I get to use Path on the hasted Phoenixes. Oh, and I get to untap land. Like him. The Phoenix deck can do some pretty dumb stuff though, but I think I'm probably far enough ahead. Maybe they do their last. Hope I get to LT. I can check for you, Sauce. Limited PTQ. That's in, if I'm not seeing any, if I'm not mistaken, that's 13. Same time as the Mox. Oh no, never mind. The Mox is one later. Wait. All right, that's Sunday. That's cool too. Pretty exciting, yeah. Ooh. What was I gonna say? That was a pretty cool weekend of Magic Online. What else did I play in this league? I lost to Hardened Scales, and I lost to a Burn deck. I think we lost to the Burn deck, right? And we beat a Zoo deck, kind of a Death Shadow Zoo. And we beat, I don't remember. It does counter that. Oh, Devil Looting. Whatever, that's fine. Have Path in hand. Then I get to get back my 2 Snapcasts for mages. I didn't have Path though. I'd actually. Oh. I'm so dumb. If I let it resolve, I get 2 Snapcaster Mages back. Whoops. Alright, I have a feeling everything's gonna be alright. I don't think main deck Relic or sideboard Relic are good in pretty much any deck in Modern, but apparently someone did well, so now everyone is asking. Let's see. Oh, I know that person. That's cool. It's a friend of mine. Maybe I can ask him. Still think it's bad, but he's a pretty good player. Oh, looks like we have either a lag or visual bug. No, just all lag. So how was I boarding against Ely? I was sideboarding out all the snaps and the search and the logic knot and the leak and the timely. They're playing the Spell Pierce version. I was boarding. Could board out Disallow, could board out Cryptic Command, I could board out a Teferi maybe. I guess Relic of Progenitus is kind of nice with Terminus. But you didn't even... Only free path to Exile, that's crazy. Oh, free Condemns. Yeah, I mean, I guess it's the anti-Phoenix, anti-Dredge version. And he still has 6 counter spells plus 2 Snapcaster, so he's okay. Yeah, I don't know. I think Relic is bad, but... Yeah, 4 Condemn. Condemn's pretty good against Phoenix. Hey Stefan, how's the league? Kind of medium like our last few leagues. I think we're gonna 3-2 again. Alright, how greedy do I... I'll be greedy. You gotta burn yourself once in a while. Remember what it feels like. First for knowledge? Yeah, first for knowledge kind of guess. Screw that, I'm just gonna bottom both. I don't need these lands. Oh, maybe I should have dispelled that. No, I'm gonna save Dispel for Manamorphose. Well, at least I drew a card. Oh, I wasn't even getting Alan to play around Blood Moon. I was getting Alan to save 2 damage. Because sometimes they burn you out and stuff, and 2 damage could be relevant. I didn't think about Blood Moon when I did that. Yeah, exactly. That's what I was doing. Winks at the camera. I was playing around Blood Moon. Wait, did you just mail me? What the hell? And did they mail 2 white spells? Why are they mailing me? What is going on, chat? Just because I have Surgical in hand? Is that what's going on? To have a transformational sideboard? Yeah, probably. Alright. I'm gonna lose to a... Surgical extraction targeting my one-off remand. Oh man, feel bad for opponents. Why not path to exile? What the hell? Why remand? Maybe they have a planeswalker in hand. They might have like Raw Zarek in hand or something to target remand. Can't imagine why else you would target remand. I guess against Crackling Drake too. Remand would be good. We'll see. They must have something in hand that's like 4 or 5 mana. Yeah, some people have Chandra, some people have Jace. They used to have Ral. I thought Ral was kind of sweet because it's a very powerful card and it also serves as an answer to Lyra and Baneslayer. Was it Dislow main deck? Yeah, trying Dislow instead of Absorb, I guess. It didn't really come up though. I don't think I've casted Dislow a single time this league. I'm gonna sleep well. How safe should I play it? Well, I am kind of off this Rune Halo though. It's so awkward. Maybe if I had more white mana in my deck, I could see it. It's good for us if they tap out. We get to use our cryptic command without getting spell pierced. Raymond, thank you so much for your Twitch Rim sub. Oh, sure. I feel like I haven't done a little of self-promoting in a while. People, if you watch the stream, if you enjoy the stream, if you have Amazon Prime, you can do like Raymond and support the stream by using your free Twitch Prime sub. And yeah, or if you have another favorite streamer, just make sure you use it every month. If you've never done it, you just have to, I think you just link your Amazon account to your Twitch Prime account. If your parents have Amazon Prime, if your sister or brother or girlfriend, significant other has Amazon Prime, you know, there we go. Frost, thank you so much. Thanks for taking the time, saying thanks for the support. Hope you keep enjoying the stream. Hope you're all ready for a lot of Modern. It's going to be pretty much all Modern. I'm probably going to play a bit of Arena just to make sure. I need to make sure I get top 1,000, at least at some point. Because I haven't played any Limited and I'm not top 1,000 now. Nice emote, Caleb. Well, we've all waited for that moment. Look at that. Disallow, I didn't up. It's obviously busted. I'm just gonna use it. Do you have to get top 1,000 both limited and constructed? No, only one. What's the point of top 1,000? So if I got that right, if you're top 1,000 in either limited or constructed at the end of either March or April, you get to play in the Super PTQ. So if I'm not mistaken, you have quote unquote 4 shots. That card's kind of scary. You've got top 1,000 constructed in March, top 1,000 limited in March, top 1,000 April, or top 1,000 constructed April, and so there's going to be a ton of overlap. So I'm guessing it's obviously not going to be 4,000 people, and it's probably going to be a 1,500, 2,000 people tournament, and the top 16 wins a spot in the You're right. Why would you need to play in the PTQ? Because it qualifies you for the Arena Mythic Championship. 52 players, 32 MPL players, 16 people qualified, and for the first one, they're inviting the 4 PT winners. Basically, it was a cool way of a little gesture towards the winners of the Team PT and Andrew Bogan, who won the last PT, and who kind of got lost in the mix. They're neither MPL nor they didn't really get anything out of it, so it kind of felt bad. So that was a good way to write. And then after that, I think it will be the 32 MPL, the 16 PTQ, and maybe the top 4 finisher of something. Yeah, I mean, really like textbook Rune Halo, this game, where I have a Planeswalker in play and I have Rune Halo, and I don't even, it's just Rune Halo in a nutshell. How's the Phoenix matchup? We played a couple games against Ely earlier, and it went fairly well. I won 2 out of the 3 matches, and felt pretty good. His draws weren't amazing or anything, and he was trying a bunch of things. He didn't have Young Pyromancer in his 75, which is a pretty scary card, just because it attacks from yet another. No Sauce Dev. Yeah, it's kind of bad that someone like you doesn't know what's going on. That's not a good sign. You're literally one of the people who were grinding to get in the Mythic Invitational, and you don't know how the how the arena thingy functions. To be fair, it's the first year, and I'm sure it's like that in every game, honestly. So it's probably not even really their fault. Yeah, Rune Halo is kind of a gotcha card, And it is, I mean, it is incredible sometimes, but